An opening scene in an unnamed location? A tree covered high in festive decoration? Not to mention the fact I'm narrating in rhyme. This should tell you that it is Christmas time.
Thanks for helping me move, man.
Yeah, no worries. I tend to get really depressed over Christmas.
Why is that? Is it because you're a one-dimensional representation of a satirical games enthusiast, whose entire persona revolves around his fanatical love of gaming and is driven solely by said love?
Yeah, that's about it. But helping you really takes my mind off it.
Well, that's oddly convenient. Come on, we need to get the rest of these boxes in. I mean, we set up the important things like my bedside table and the rare Venetian rug given to me when I came of appropriate age, but there's lots more to do.
Huh. What's this? Must be some sort of retro console? Were I... So old! What's this supposed to do? Is that an optical sensor? Jesus Christ. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to see what sort of games are on this thing. Oh, fuck!
Before Alex appeared the ghost of Christmas past. Sans the skeleton, a pun enthusiast.
I'd say I'm more a pun lover than an enthusiast.
Hey, it needed a rhyme, alright?
Holy fuck, am I dead?
Been trapped in that thing for ages.
Did that kill me? Am I dead? Is this heaven? Morgan Freeman is supposed to be here. Where's the light? There's supposed to be a light. I think I peed a little.
Calm down. You're not dead. Well, you might be. I don't know. I'm haunting you.
Sans? You're haunting me?
Yep, that's me. And I got a bone to pick with you. Hope you like my puns. I've got a ton of them.
Please stop.
What's the matter, you numbskull?
Alright, enough. What do you want from me? What have I done to deserve this?
It's Christmas time, the most important time of year. No bones about that. And I'm here, as the ghost of Christmas past, to show you the error of your ways. You shouldn't be so down on Christmas, bud. For instance, have you heard of Undertale?
You mean...
Undertale, the 2015 indie RPG created and composed by Toby Fox. My favourite game of all time, Undertale. A unique take on the RPG genre which allows an avoidance from combat while taking us through a tale of human determination and redemption against a wrong race of monsters trapped beneath the surface. A game so rich in funny, interesting and insane characters, as well as one of the greatest video game soundtracks of all time, that it's developed such a devoted fandom that the game itself is imbued within our collective pop culture to this very day.
That Undertale? The one I did a 2-part special on about 2 years ago for Christmas that you can watch by clicking the card up there.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Like the monologue. Sent chills down my spine.
I rescind my apology.
Well, if Undertale won't bring you Christmas cheers, then maybe this next game will.
Is it Deltarune?
Jeez, and I thought my brother was a buzzkill.
Yeah, I've played Deltarune. Sorry.
Well, this Christmas special is gonna be awfully short this year. Unless I erase your memory.
Not like last time.
Relax, I'll use some of my cool ghostly magic and stuff. Let's see here. Forgetum, Eratio, fucking Bookus I Shuffalo.
Wait. Bookus High Shelf.
Good luck, pal. The next ghost ain't gonna be as funny as me.
I can't believe a sequel to Undertale is finally out! How am I just hearing about this? But then again, this game doesn't really start like I'd expect a Toby Fox game to start. Things are quite eerie and the music has a twisted, almost electronic distortion to it, very reminiscent of Earthbound's alien motifs in its theme. And it seems we're creating a character. More conventional for an RPG than just being given one, I guess. And look at the level of customization on display here. Favourite food? Cold. Favourite blood type? D. Gotta love that D. I'm very fearful of what we've created here, so let's give it a name that will strike fear into the hearts of every living thing. And what's my name? Well, might as well use a meme and see what happens.
It's been a while.
My God, have I missed this? That huge dialogue box, the sprite work, and that fucking goat mum right there. Oh, and thankfully the art style hasn't changed much, as far as I can tell. Everything is simplistic and almost strangely expressive, as if it all makes sense about what everything is. It's weird. Temmie does a great job here. There's so much detail in the simplest parts, like here for example. As the car drives away, the windscreen glares over as the sun hits it, and it drives off screen towards the town. Weirdly enough, the story doesn't follow on from Undertale's at all. We play Chris with an alarmingly familiar jumper who lives with Toriel and whose teacher is Alphys. I mean, the characters are here, but this seems like a completely different universe almost. They don't seem to know or recognise each other. Could that perhaps be the work of Dr. Gary? I love these characters here. Look how goddamn goofy they all are. Wait, hold on, let me do something.
Chris, late again I see. You need a partner? Sorry, I'm already partnered with the second smartest student. Though, wait, Chris, now that I think about it, your unique skill set might help a lot in this assignment. Nah, I actually want to get an A.
While trying to find a partner for our project, the classroom discussion is interrupted by some random metalhead over here. This is Susie, Barney's troublesome teenage daughter. She's a miscreant, a ne'er-do-well, a bad egg, if you will. And she's also a bully.
No! Not my face. How am I to enjoy ham by the pound?
Like Undertale, Chris is our silent protagonist, albeit not one we get to name or project ourselves onto as much as we did Frisk. But of course he allows us to find out about the other characters in the world around us. Unlike Undertale, the game seems quite tame. No falling into the underground or mystical quest for us, as we accompany Susie to the supply closet to find some chalk.
Fuck?
Alex, there you are. What are you doing?
Oh, hey man. I was just playing a game.
A game, huh? Are you eating ham by the pound?
No.
Okay, listen, I need you to go get some chalk from my closet.
Yeah, alright. Why is it so dark?
Bulbs out, I guess.
Right, and you keep your chalk in there?
Yes, I get clammy hands. You know, I get clammy hands. Can you handle this?
Yeah, I guess I can handle this.
Okay. And don't let the door shut behind you, otherwise you might be transported to a magical world of pure darkness to face a grand adventure and perhaps save the world.
Wait, what was that last part? Bill, it's dark in here. Like a bad amount of dark in here. Can't find the door handle. I know. I'll just use my flashlight on my that's ham. Yeah, that's a slice of ham. Oh, there's more ham. I came prepared. Is Bill? I think the floor's giving way. Oh, how far was that fall? the hell am I? Oh, an 80s retro night. Why? Oh, hey, there's a notable distraction to move the plot along. A Dreamcast. Now this is a console. The cool thing about the controllers is that the memory cards went in the controllers and they had little games in them. They were called VMU. What the fuck?
Christmas present ghost Susie came forth in a flash. Some faces she'd bite and heads she would smash.
Again? Again with the fucking explosion? I definitely peed that time. All of my knight armor.
What is wrong with you?
Another ghost? Really?
Yes, another ghost. Shut up, freak. 'Cause I'm the ghost of Christmas present or whatever.
And I suppose you're here to teach me the error of my ways, right?
Nah, I don't care about any of that. But I'm not free until you finish that game, so hurry up. You don't want to make me angry, right?
Well,
I don't care. Get to it.
Aren't you just a stereotype of an aggressive loner who, through companionship and compassion, can be made to come out of her shell and finally make some friends?
I will chop you like damn firewood.
Game! Right, yeah. Sorry, boss.
The welcoming and familiar characters seem almost a world away down here, wherever this is. But it seems quite familiar too. A child falling into a dark underground space. Ring any bells? But things are immediately rather odd. A popular opinion here is that Deltarune is a little bit less childlike than Undertale was in terms of its atmosphere, and this rather creepy, otherworldly introduction to what will be known as the Land of Darkness is a testament to that. As if falling into the 1980s, Chris has become this rather neon-looking night dude, almost reminiscent of Mettaton, I'd say. And soon enough we catch up with Susie, who's more metal than ever before. And the two of them are attacked and flee from a mysterious figure bombarding them from the shadows. Some parallels could be made to the waterfall section of Undertale. It's very tense and dramatic, but things are kept rather enigmatic as well. Unlike Undertale, nothing is explained, at least up until this point. There's no grandiose plot of an underground where the monster race was banished. We're given no explanation why a trip to the closet brings us to a wonderful magical realm of adventure and flamboyant outfits. I feel like there's a hidden meaning in there somewhere. The two unlikely companions come upon a quaint town shrouded in shadow and a mysterious figure outside the castle. And it is here we learn the prophecy of the Land of Darkness.
Oh my god, this is so dumb! Here, let me! The world's gonna end or whatever. To stop it, you need one mute freak, one badass, and Prince Toothpaste to stop it. Ugh. They have to banish the Angel's Heaven at the Fountain of Darkness to save the world. There!
Angel of Heaven? That's weirdly specific. What could that mean?
Jeez, does this look like a game theory video? Get moving, nerd!
I preferred the first ghost.
Susie takes her prophecy as saviour of the world, as well as you take a parking ticket. She's not convinced and, as nihilistic as they come, wants to simply leave the Land of Darkness. But not before.
Holy fuck, you fucking killed him! With your fucking fiery, unpainted bike. What the hell is wrong with you?
Combat within Deltarune shares distinct similarities to Undertale. For instance, the battle board is back, as well as the options of fighting or acting, something I'm relieved to see. Whether Deltarune will market itself as a pacifist option RPG is yet to be seen. The demo does allow you to avoid fighting in most circumstances. What is more traditional in terms of the RPG genre is this move away from the Earthbound-esque representations of battles, i.e. the enemy facing the player, onto a more familiar opposite side battle a la Final Fantasy. On top of that, you're expected to control a whole party rather than just one solo character. Behind Chris and Susie is the TP meter, a way of performing special attacks and magic moves. TP is gained passively through battle turns and can be achieved by narrowly avoiding attacks in the battle board, as well as damaging enemies. Not to mention that Susie is inherently quite violent, so there are points in battle where you must actually warn your enemies that she's going to attack them, allowing you to spare them peacefully. The direction Toby took with this battle mechanic is quite interesting, intrinsic to your style of play, and I absolutely love it. The focus feels more RPG strategy than bullet hell insanity like Undertale was. Of course, the battle board is still present, but the heart themes, for example, seem to be missing. Then again, this is just basically a demo. With Lancer dealt with for the time being, we get to see the identity of the mysterious hooded figure. And it's...
Ralsei?
No, idiot. It's Ray less E.
Ralsei... Fuck it, it's an anagram of Azrael. We're moving on.
So confused is Susie by Ralsei's name and the whole goody-goody hero prophecy that she heads off on her own, and we must follow her with Ralsei as a new member of the party and into the field of hope. This is it. This is what we've needed. I've spoken extensively on how masterful of a composer I think Toby Fox is. I mean, I'm so blue in the mouth at this point that I'm going to suggest you go and watch GameScore Fanfare's video on the Undertale main theme and its use of leitmotifs throughout the soundtrack. It is a great video. In any event, my favourite song of the lot, Hopes and Dreams, Toby remixed it here. His own song, and even put the track name right there, which he's never done before in any of his projects, so you can go and look it up. So you'll know what to search, because it is instantly a fucking classic. Familiar, regal, uplifting, but mysterious and driven by a heavy drum line. I hated it when I first heard it. It was admittedly a little off-putting, but it only took one repeat and I was hooked. I can't explain what truly makes it so addictive, so nostalgic to me. The soft little trills of the piano, the hushed arpeggio-laden intro, and that grindy heavy bass. There's so much happening in this track. It's wonderful. I'll admit Deltarune's soundtrack hasn't struck me as instantly as Undertale's had, but this is a track of potential, of promise. God damn it, am I ready to love an OST again. After a few more walking loops in the field of hopes and dreams, nothing to do with the incredible soundtrack of course, we find Susie and convince her to join the gang. Of course, with Susie in the party and my dire need to soy boy every fucking decision in every fucking game and be a complete coward pacifist, combat gets a little more difficult. I'm having to spend a turn warning the enemies I've got a raging psychopath in my party before I'm able to do anything. What is rewarding though is the banter between Susie and Ralsei, the two clearly two sides of a coin, representatives of different choices throughout the game. It's one of the most rewarding parts of Deltarune, the wonderful character interactions that happen constantly as you travel in a party, rather than during only select events in Undertale. I mean, you did have the cell phone, but this feels a lot more organic. Eventually we chase Lancer through the forest and come to our first mini-boss. This guy doesn't look so tough.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, isn't that nice, Susie? We're finally seeing your good side.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 anime betrayals.
From this point onwards, Deltarune mirrors Undertale with the enemy encounters and in-game puzzles to solve, all the while developing the characters as we go. Toby Fox's proclivity for heartfelt, sincere and regularly comedic character interactions is well known at this point. Deltarune is no different and does a brilliant job of endearing us to not only Ralciel as a lone prince trying his best to see things through in a kind and peaceful way, but to Lancer. I mean, he's an enemy, he's the first one we face, and yet there's something so goofy about him. He's portrayed as a child, a juvenile villain, simply looking for company, even if it means playing the bad guy. Even Susie, an aloof, dispassionate loner, starts to find value in the people around her, with the two becoming best friends, starting an evil organisation, and tricking Chris and Ralciel through the forest. We get to see some development in all four characters. The game itself isn't moved on by grinding for experience or even by an overarching goal that is always weighing on you. Toby's done such a great job with bringing my focus away from being trapped in a land of literal darkness trying to fulfill a cliche prophecy, to two bumbling idiotic villains and their heroic foils gallivanting through a forest. Furthermore, indicative of Toby's ability to switch moods almost at an instant, our full party are soon faced with a challenge, as Susie inevitably begins spouting murderous intent towards the king guarding the fountain. Lancer, his son, begins to grow uncomfortable at the thought of harm coming to him or his new friends, and so runs off towards the castle, leading us into an ambush.
Hands behind your back! Move it out here! Police! Take him out! Stop breathing! Take it down!
Trapped in a cellar, huh? These walls cannot hold me and my brilliant mind. A hanging chain? Better take that. Cracked wall? No bombs. No good. I know. I'll just give up. Yep, that'll do. I give up. That's it.
Invited to visit the trash can. Nice one, Susie. Up top. High five. Please.
How about I invite you to visit the hospital?
Free from her cell, Susie is tasked to try and find a way of freeing her companions. It's here that she runs into Lancer, who admits to his betrayal. He ordered the guards to lock them in the dungeon. Outraged, humiliated for letting her guard down, Susie deals with this emotional situation as well as you'd expect. Lancer blocks her way, and she attacks. Even though this is presented as a battle, our interaction boils down to the battle board sections, and that's it. You know what? Don't they look so familiar? Eventually, Lancer's will to fight Susie is all but gone, and she goes for the final swing to finish him off. And misses. For a dark, flippant maniac who, on regular intervals in the game, has shown actual murderous intent, surprises us that she doesn't follow through on her promise to smear him over the walls. But Lancer explains he was only trying to protect his new friends and his father, to which Susie promises not to hurt the king and to try and talk it out. Faced with a troubling moral dilemma, Susie frees Chris and Ralsei from their cells before they ride the elevator back to the castle's ground floor. It's here we get some closure with Susie's arc, giving up control to Chris, following his orders and, as the game so poetically tells us, joining the party for real.
What?
Did you make a friend?
Shut your mouth!
Because I think you made a friend.
I think you should shut your mouth.
Are you becoming a hero of legend, Susie? Because I think you are.
Do I look like a hero?
No, you look like the villain of a Disney movie about dinosaur musicians.
Is that the one where she eats the guy's face?
Yeah, I think so. So, finish the game?
Finish the game!
Go slap!
The King's Castle is surprisingly low detail. All the walls are simply white lines, and it makes me feel that either Toby rushed this area when designing it, or it's supposed to be indicative of what an environment so close to a fountain of literal darkness would look like. We have to navigate our way through the floors, avoiding traps, solving puzzles, and getting caught. God damn it.
Oh god, I didn't mean it!
Are you serious?
I got it. Don't worry.
Just push the
I
block.
said I got it. I can do this.
One eternity later.
What a complete idiot!
And so, Alex perished upon that day, because he's a complete idiot in almost every way.
A few flaws, fights, and frankly, entirely too difficult puzzles later, and we top the castle, ready to face down the king. Lancer is already here talking with him. Luckily, for a dark-caped figure in front of what is a pillar of pulsing dark energy, the king sees the error of his ways, and this is all resolved peacefully. Just kidding, he threatens to kill Lancer. Oh my god, you monster!
I didn't fight when I came up against those guys with jumbled up bodies. I didn't fight when a giant fucking casino token started kicking stars into my face like some sort of mystical ballerina. But you dare touch Lancer? Oh, you're dead. And you want to know how dead? You're about this dead. See that? Deadly action.
The King of Spades is quite tough, although not all that special. For as much as I metaphorically blow Undertale and everything Toby has ever done like the ghoulish little fanboy I am, I can say quite honestly that the King of Spades doesn't hold a candle to Asgore. Not even a matchstick, in fact. To be fair, Asgore is spoken of constantly. His name is highlighted, for fuck's sake. The king of all monsters, Asgore. But this guy is just Lancer and Stitches merged into one. He's interesting, he's a challenge, and rather odd for the series as a whole, he's irredeemable. My friend Katie Lou explained this in her Undertale analysis video, that the King of Spades, as far as I know and as far as she knows, is the only character in the entire series that you fight who is not redeemable. And by that I mean he doesn't show forgiveness, or hesitation, or remorse for his actions. So we're given no option but to fight him. I might be jumping ahead a bit, but when we do finally finish him off, he kneels there before us, waxing poetic about a peaceful solution, like every fucking UN assembly. Rousey, the disgusting little libtard that he is, heals him back to full strength, and just like that, boom! Disappointment. Just like a UN assembly. And it seems like it's all over. No one to save us now.
You said it. You said the F word.
I can say plenty of other F words too. Flay, fight, face bite,
Ha! Admit it. You're one of the good guys now.
Finish the game!
Whatever you say, pal.
Since we've been striving towards the righteous path of cowardly pacifism, Susie doesn't land the killing blow. Instead, all the enemies we spared thus far, at the behest of Lancer, overthrow the corrupt and tyrannical king, finally bringing peace to the land of darkness. With the king removed from power, Lancer becomes the new king. Rousey even completes his character arc, realising that being a hero also means knowing when to fight and when to show mercy. I think it's representative of the future of Deltarune. Perhaps it won't follow the same black and white morality paths that Undertale did. After what was a surprisingly long journey for a demo, we make it to the fountain, after saying our parting goodbyes to a few of the characters and what's revealed to be a very girlish looking Rousey. Hey, I ain't judging, it's cool. With order restored, Chris and Susie finally approach the fountain and are sent home. Whether all that was a dream or not is up to us, I guess. What I hadn't noticed before is the classroom we end up in, the large checkerboard flooring, the playing cards, even the plushie there looks like the shopkeeper. Was it all an elaborate childlike reality the two shared in? Leaves things quite open, it's nice. Significant time has passed and it's now evening, giving us a chance to explore the town. There's quite a few NPCs that Undertale fans will recognise. You've got Alphys, you've got Undyne, you've got Sans.
There we go, Susie. I did it. Your soul is at rest. Susie, it's rude not to say goodbye when you leave. What are you doing here? You did everything right. Didn't hurt anyone. You have no reason to be.
Alex,
What?
Dude, are you alright?
What happened? Where's Chara?
You've been out cold. You must have been hit on the head by this book and experienced some sort of deep dreaming scenario while you were out, where you hallucinated a world of darkness that you were prophesied to save.
Wait, no. Before that, I saw a ghost. I saw a skeleton.
You didn't touch the weed, did you? It's pretty unsafe. Tends to short circuit. You must have been electrocuted, and as you were recovering, you were struck by the book. Sort of ties everything together, doesn't it?
So it was all a dream?
Yeah, according to the script it was. But I guess the viewer has their own interpretation of events. Anyway, I finished unpacking. Let's go eat.
You know, man, I'm not feeling so good. I think I'm gonna go and have a lie down.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.